What's going on, guys? It's Ted coming at you with some Modern Warfare 2 free-for-all on Rundown. I'm going to use my standard class setup for this game. However, I have changed my kill streaks to, instead of running the Pavlo, I actually decided to challenge myself and use the AC-130. I wouldn't suggest this normally, though I wasn't thinking about it, but AC-130s are really bad for free-for-all because you're never going to find a group of people. So it's really kind of pointless to put on an AC-130. I wasn't thinking about it, and I put it on anyways. I only get a few kills with it, though. But yeah, so we're going to go ahead and talk about my top 5 gun selections of all time. And this is going to be for all Call of Duties. It's a really, really hard choice if you think about it, because there's a lot of guns between, well, I've only played COD 4, 5, 6, 7, so I'm not going to talk about like COD 2 or 3. I don't even know anything about those games, really. But let's get started with Call of Duty 4. Top #1 gun for Call of Duty 4, easily the M16. M16 was like a shotgun at close range, sniper at long range. In the words of Hutch, I guess you could say that. It was just the god gun of Call of Duty. It was absolutely amazing. And it was 3-round burst, yeah, but if you had stopping power, it was always a 1-burst kill no matter what range. Almost no recoil. It was absolutely amazing. In Call of Duty 4, the guns had a lot more recoil and they had a lot lower damages. So for the M16 to be a 1-burst kill at any range and have very low recoil made it easily the most dominant gun in that game, other than some of the sniper rifles. I think the M40A03, I know it was a really common gun to see because people like to snipe in Call of Duty 4. And I enjoyed it too, but I wasn't very good at it, so I never really did too much of it. Moving on to Call of Duty 5, #1 gun, probably of all time, easily, PPSH. Wasn't the best gun. Best gun was MP40. MP40 was hands down the best gun ever put in a Call of Duty game, ever. That gun was just insane. But the PPSH had a massive rate of fire, really low damage. Like, it shot like half a popcorn pellet at someone. Like, that's how bad the gun was. But like it shot at, I think, like 1,300 rounds per minute, something like that. Like, it shot insanely fast, and it had really low kick. So the gun was really enjoyable to use. Even with stopping power, it was still like a 6-bullet kill at some ranges, though. Like, it was a really bad gun. But I guess it's kind of what made it so much fun, because if you actually pulled off a pretty good game with the PPSH, I felt like you were doing pretty good. Also, it had pretty nice iron sights, and it was 100% mobile, so that's always good. And the SMGs really ruled Call of Duty 5, so I guess it wasn't too much of a disadvantage for the PPSH, other than like some of the rifles, like the, I don't know, the Jewer, like, who used that? Wasn't a very good gun. Or the SVD, that was another really bad one. Okay, so moving on to Modern Warfare 2. Modern Warfare 2, there's a lot of good guns. I mean, every gun in that game was really low recoil, really high damage, really mobile, so it's kind of hard to pick a favorite one. I can pick a favorite class pretty easy. The favorite class would be the one I have on right now, which is the UMPs with sleight of hand, lightweight, and ninja. But favorite gun, I'm not going to be able to pick one. I'm probably going to have to be able to pick 2. And they're both really cheap guns, I guess, to use. But I'm going to say the Scar H and the ACR. Scar H was more powerful, but a lower magazine. ACR was less recoil, but a much bigger magazine. So I guess, excuse me, less damage, but a much bigger magazine. So, and also less recoil. Like, the Scar H had really low recoil, but the ACR had, like, none. Like, as far as, unless you put a thermal scope on the ACR, you could not visibly tell any recoil on that gun. It had such a high center speed, which is like the time between bullets that it takes to get the recoil back to 0, was so incredibly high that the gun almost had no kick, it seemed. So the ACR was an amazing gun. Probably the best. Scar H was just really powerful, though, which is why I liked it more. It dropped a kid and 1 less bullet. So it really just depended on the circumstances. Whether I was like close quarters or far away, the Scar or the ACR would both be the most dominant guns. So that's for Modern Warfare 2. And then for Black Ops, and I'm going to get hated on this, but obviously the #1 gun in the game was definitely the FAMAS. The FAMAS was the only gun that could even compete with anything in that game. The AK-74U was good for the first few months, but once they patched it, the patch took off the center speed, and it didn't turn out to be nearly as good of a gun. Also, the FAMAS, even after they patched the FAMAS, it was still like the best gun, easily the best gun. And if you put taped mags and sleight of hand on that gun, you could reload it in like less than a quarter of a second. It was insane. So that gun's easily my #1 choice for Black Ops. I really didn't play much Black Ops, though. To put it in comparison, I only played 8 days of Black Ops. I stopped of in-game play. I played 38 days or 39 days of Modern Warfare 2, and that was just on one account. I actually made 2 accounts for Modern Warfare 2. The second account, I only got to about 3rd Prestige and maybe only had a few days of gameplay on it. But, like, compared to Black Ops, I had at least 4 or 5 times the amount of gameplay in Modern Warfare 2 than I did in Black Ops. I played MW2 till the day it died. I played Black Ops till about 3 months ago, and then I stopped playing it. Black Ops never really had the joy for me. without stopping power, guns just wouldn't drop. There was too much recoil on the guns. They didn't do any damage. They didn't have as much range. They had, okay, so let's put it this way. Modern Warfare 2 had low recoil, high damage, and stopping power. Black Ops had, and more range, and a lot more range on the guns. Black Ops had low damage, absolutely no stopping power, less multipliers, less range, a ton more recoil, and a lot less variety for the guns and less attachments, everything like that. Like, it just made everything so much more slow-paced, and they added Ghost Pro to the Tier 1 slot, which is stupid. So Black Ops is a lot more slow-paced, all that happy jazz. That's it, guys, for this gameplay. I went 30-2 on Rundown. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, make sure to join the elite groups of subscribers on my channel and click that orange button at the top of your screen, and I'll catch you later.